Holly with Stella Maris Quilts. Today we're continuing our series on 50 blocks for 50 states, following along with the designs from this book. Check out the description box below for more information about that, as well as the link to the pattern that we are doing for today's quilt, which is for Oregon. So go ahead and grab your cup of tea and let's get started. For the Oregon block, we're going to need 2 strips that are 3 by 8. We're going to need 13 3-inch squares of our dark, 2 3-inch squares of our light, and 4 5.5 by 4 1/4 rectangles. To get started with it, we are going to draw a line on the back of our 3-inch squares from corner to corner diagonally. I've already done that, and we need to do that on 8 of our squares. Then we're going to take our rectangles here, and we're going to put the dark in one corner, and we're going to sew on the line from corner to corner. We're going to do that in both corners. So now we've attached the 3-inch squares to the rectangles here. We do 2 of them with the dark on the upper left and the bottom right, and 2 with the dark in the upper right, bottom left. Once we've done that, we just need to press them back like I've done here. And then we're just going to trim away our 1/4 inch seam allowance. You can trim that away with your scissors, your rotary cutter, whatever works best for you. Now we're going to sew these together in sets of 2, and we just want the lights meeting in the center up here and the darks meeting in the bottom there. So I've got 2 to sew together, and we'll move on to the next step. Here's what those units look like now that they're sewn together. The next step is to do our center unit, which is going to be a dark with 2 lights on the sides. I'm just going to go ahead and sew this together here and here. And here's that unit finished. So now we're going to go ahead and add the units that we've already prepared to this unit. So we've just flipped it so that the smaller part of this intersection lines up with this center dark square. I'm going to go ahead and sew these all together. And here's where we're at in the process now. The next step is to prepare our side pieces here. So we're going to take our lights and the remaining 4 dark 3-inch squares, and they're going to go to the sides here. So I'm going to go ahead and sew my dark squares to the ends of my lights here, and then come back and sew them to the sides. Now that the side strip units are prepared, I'm going to go ahead and sew them to the sides. And here's the finished Oregon block. Thank you for joining me today working on the Oregon block. I hope you enjoyed this and you continue following along on our series. Make sure you subscribe so that you don't miss out next time a video is released. Until next time, cheers and happy quilting.